Welcome to the Maven Marketing Podcast. Today is Maven Monday. I'm your host, Brandon Welch, and I'm here with Caleb, the plaid dad. AG.
Hey, right back at you.
That's a nice flannel.
It's flannel day. I won't tell you what day of the week it is, but it alliterates with flannel when we're
Flannel
recording
Friday.
this. But
Yeah,
It's
we've
not.
officially busted out our flannels.
it's actually Maven Monday right now.
It is
but
Maven Monday, but it was Frankly Friday back when we recorded this.
Yeah,
Flannel Frankly Friday. So
yeah.
we are here, and in the season of flannel is also the season of marketing planning. We've been doing a lot of that. We are helping dozens and dozens of companies put together their final plans for 2026 so they can start with a bang in January. You should be doing that too. By the way, there is a handful of episodes we have coming up about how to build your marketing plan for 2026. You're going to want to watch out for those. But while you're doing that in the meantime, there's a tactic we want you to definitely include.
Yeah.
And you know that the Maven Marketing Podcast is all about eliminating waste in advertising, growing your business so you can achieve that big dream. And we typically don't fall for short-term trends.
Yeah.
We speak of principles, and we speak of what we call the Maven method, which is how to strategically lay out a marketing plan no matter what media or budget is at play. If you want that playbook, you need to get yourself a copy of the Maven Marketer, or join the Maven Marketing Mastermind at
Go get it.
mavenmethodtraining.com. 2 plugs in 10 seconds. But if you've been here a long time, you know that we're more principles. We're
And holistic, I think, in our
yeah.
approach. I think there are a lot of agencies or marketing people, they're like, you have to do email marketing, and that's the thing they're all about. Or you have to do digital marketing. We don't do that.
When the real principle at play is like just keep in touch with your past customers.
Yeah.
And email marketing is one of the ways you could do that.
One of the best tools. It might become the most obvious. And so in this case, we're going to talk about something today that is not necessarily new. Vine started it in
2010.
Way back in the day.
And this could have at one point been a shiny object.
Yes.
And a soundbite.
But things are changing in the landscape. And the thing that we're alluding to right now is short form video.
Short form video.
Short videos.
What is short form video?
Short
Caleb?
form video, think TikToks, think Reels, think YouTube Shorts. These are usually vertical videos. We call them verticals around here a lot because it's the most simple way of explaining what we're talking about. But a vertical video, it's usually, you think about the style. There's lots of different styles, but they're usually very quick. They're short. They're engaging. They're exciting. And you go from one to the next. Get a little chuckle.
Yes.
And then you move on.
And it used to be like the, stuck just to influencers and, cats swimming in Jell-O and things like that. I would actually watch that video.
Yeah.
Cats swimming in Jell-O. Look in the link. We're going to make that happen. We're going to make AI make that happen. But now, if you have a service business, if you have a law firm, if you have a medical firm, if you are a local expert of any kind, and you were previously waiting for somebody to come into your 4 walls and ask you for your expertise, you are missing a part of the population, and actually an increasingly big part of the population. And the way to reach them and to build that relationship with them now is in the 4 corners of the screen, not necessarily the 4 walls of your business.
Yeah.
Via short form video.
Yeah. So landscape wise in the world, TikTok is not banned. It's still alive and it's moving forward in the United States. Instagram is now indexing all of your videos and posts if your privacy allows that, which for your business, you should allow them to do that. That means people can search for something. Your video on Instagram could show up now, and it did not previously. And Google has added a tab that is called short video. If you search for, I think I did like some auto repair search, how to change my spark plugs.
The Shade Tree Mechanic? AG?
Yeah. If you search for that, the next tab after all will be short videos.
Which used to be images.
And
then there was like 2 or 3 down the map, or the line was maps, and then videos. Now it's short form videos.
It is short videos. Google is favoring it here. And we're going to talk about how some of even the platforms that have been around longer than TikTok are even changing to favor this kind of format.
And then in about 5 minutes, we're going to get to exactly how to do short form video if you're a service business and you're not, doing things like cats and Jell-O and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, fun influencer type stuff. So, okay. So we know it's been a thing for a while. No secret. Phones, just about every phone is capable of not only shooting short form video, but editing it. There are some great apps like CapCut and Video Leap, and Adobe has a bunch of them. There's a bunch of those videos that make this super easy, and we're going to get to those tactics. But you should know the biggest shift for small business is that people are actually going to look for answers now. Yeah. They're looking for tips on how to pick a roofer, or how to make their own estate plan, or do they need an attorney for an estate plan? And it's becoming, YouTube has been the second largest search engine for a long time, second to Google. But now even Meta, even Facebook, just people are searching for how-tos and really local search suggestions in that video search box. And so it's gone from it's really the ultimate in between today customer mode and tomorrow customer mode. Yeah. People are looking for that in between exploratory experience. Yeah. Whereas before they might have sent 5 leads, now they're just watching 5 videos.
Yeah. So 78% of people prefer to learn about new products via short video. Sprout Social says that. That is a crazy, crazy statistic. 78% prefer to learn about new products.
And if you think about the old way of doing, video, it's like bring out the crew, bring out the lights, do some sort of, intro script and try to make it like, a VHS tape from back in the day. And this is just, you get to punch right in with your face, with your likeness, with your tone, with your expertise, with your competence, with your warmth, with everything about you that you carry as a professional into somebody's home or into their life. And now you just get to immediately, like it's acceptable. It's socially and social medially acceptable to just jump in and be yourself. Yeah. And that's really what we talk about in Tomorrow Marketing. And it's really, really hard to write a campaign that makes you real and likable. That's one of the things Frank and Maven is really like the best at is making people famous and liked. But this is an extra layer to that, because this may not make you super memorable, but it will make you super helpful and trustworthy when people are seeing you in that format.
All of this authenticity, really allows anybody to jump in. And that's what makes this, we are all about efficiency here with the Maven method. That's what really makes this one of the more efficient medias you could chase down. And so the thing in efficiency as far as media goes, the big equalizer is always CPMs, which is cost per mille, which means 1,000.
How much does it cost me to reach 1,000 people?
Yeah. And
or be seen 1,000 times.
To be seen 1,000 times. Could be the same person 1,000 times or some mix of an in between. The thing we need to clarify right now is there's 2 kinds, just like in search engines, just like in regular social media, there's 2 kinds of this. There's organic, which is I just posted it, no dollars.
For free. Yeah.
For free. I have an account. And there's that. The other side of that is I post it and I put some sort of paid advertising behind it. I boost it, is how, Facebook might call it, or you create an actual ad out of that post. Platform. Yeah. And depends on the platform, right? And those dollars make it go further than it would have naturally.
Right. In both cases, though, for now, as of November in 2025, Facebook and Instagram and Google are all so ticked off at TikTok.
I like that one. Yeah.
They're ticked off. That TikTok has stolen so much of their time spent by the average user. Yeah. They are trying to win some of that short form audience back for themselves. And so they are boosting that short form video much, much farther than they would another organic post, which is giving you the effect. And in some cases, we're getting like $2 to $5 CPMs. So if you think about when people ask me, well, should I put my money in social media or radio or TV? And I'm like, you need to do the one you can own and the one you can afford to reach the most amount of people, the most amount of times for the least amount of money. And so CPM is one of those leveling metrics for that. That's how you know which one's sort of more efficient than the other. Well, we've said for a long, long time, TV and radio tend to be the most efficient. Now, for reaching large groups at a time and with forcing a commercial to them, that is still true. That will be true for quite a while. Yeah. Big screen is still very, very, very much in play. But if you're talking about in terms of just efficiency, short form video is competing for the first time ever that any online video has ever competed It's competing in that like $2 to $10 range and cost per 1,000 viewers. And sometimes it can actually be a significant amount of people for no actual media dollars at all. For now, that will change. People will get better. They'll stop incentivizing it. They'll stop subsidizing the algorithm. But right now, for businesses especially, service businesses especially, there's a really low CPM involved, even whether you're paying for it or you're not paying for it.
Yeah, the big shift here in even the cost or what they reward is that it's rewarding not what you follow, but what you watch. And that is the big shift here. And as we pivot into the kind of content we want to create, the kind of content we want to produce, you have to pay attention to, especially TikTok. They've pioneered this algorithm that essentially pays attention to what do you pause on, what do you slow down, what do you watch, what do you engage with, of course.
Yeah.
But it will then trend in the direction if Brandon's into watching videos about airplanes, guess where his algorithm will lead him. And if somebody's in the mode of repairing their home, guess where their algorithm is going to lead them.
Right.
And so what we have to do is be inside of these interest-based, this algorithmic bliss that's happening. And it's such a strange thing because it's not about gaining followers necessarily. You can be an overnight success. That's why you see all these TikTok stars that just show up all of a sudden. It's because they accidentally landed in the algorithm.
Yeah. So before, to be effective on social media as a small business, you had to spend lots and lots and lots of time and effort to get a really, really big audience, like 10,000 people or more. And then even then, when you posted, you might reach a few hundred. Yeah. Now, with the right piece of relevant, service expert-based content, you don't have to have a following at all. You just have to have the right content in the video, and you could reach thousands of people locally, nationally, or internationally. And that has a way bigger return on investment for your time. Because all you have to do is get the content right. So efficiency is there. Obviously, user behaviors are there. Now we're going to talk about what actually works. And there's 5 types of videos that we are using. And I want to share those and just a couple of snippets about what you might do for a service type business. So the first is what we call proof videos. And that's like before or after. Now, this is cool to me because it can be really in the tomorrow marketing category because it doesn't matter if I even have a deck. If I see an old, gray deck get transformed into a beautiful restored natural wood, that's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Or as my 10-year-old would call it, that is satisfying.
Yeah. Yep. That's so satisfying. That's what the kids are saying these days.
Exactly.
Hashtag satisfying. Hashtags are dying too, by the way, guys.
Yes, they are. They're dead. Instagram killed them.
It's gone.
They're gone. Hashtags don't matter anymore, folks. So if you can show some sort of visual nature of a transformation, a before and after, that is like multiple birds with one stone because you're drawing an audience that just thinks it's cool anyway. And then when people go searching for you for like, your company name or whatever, because of the way Google is indexing these videos, that might show up as a result. And it's a lot of street cred for you. And then also they're actually pretty dang easy to make. It's probably work you're already doing. You just need to set an iPhone in the corner and either do a time-lapse video or take some 10, 15-second videos and then loop them together, cut them down.
We're talking about like a $20 tripod with an iPhone mount in the corner of your job site, and they watch a whole house change or they watch a whole deck change or they're watching the transformation. Yeah.
So, and then there's also these like, I think, everybody likes the tension of a hoarder's show or some like really, gross thing or whatever. You can say, this is what we found under this roof. And people are like, ooh, I never knew that might be under my roof. And it just endears them to you because you're the one that showed them behind the scenes. So second type of video is an authority video.
Yeah. That's where you really show your expertise. You're wanting to show them that you know what you're talking about, and you're giving them little tips to help make their lives better. And as we know, if you make somebody's life better before they need you, guess who they're going to call when they do need what you sell?
Yeah.
So examples might be what to do in the first 24 hours after hail hits your roof.
Yeah. If you're the one who had that video out, and none of the other roofers, they're all waiting,
until
for their
it
Google
hails.
clicks. Until it hails. But you're the one, and somebody shares that, and then some neighborhood, because they're paying attention to those signals, some neighborhood person shares it, and then now 500 of their other neighbors see you, the honest, helpful roofer, saying, "Here's what you need to do." Man, you were like first in line.
I know we have
for authority.
a few roofers listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
I want to challenge you in March when it hails for the first time or whatever. I want you to walk outside. If it's in your neighborhood or nearby, I want you to drive as close as you can to the little hail pebbles on the ground, run out there and shoot your video on your iPhone, selfie mode, and post it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's raining golf balls in Bartlesville.
Let's go.
Just so you know, the hail report. It's a hail of a good time, I hear. So, okay, so authority videos are the second thing. Just like teach them something. It could be, if you're a dentist, it could be, hey, here are the ages when you need to consider braces. Or, hey, if your kid had a crooked tooth come in after they lost their first tooth, don't panic. Like just that sort of stuff. Speak to needs, pains, hopes, and fears. Nothing has changed there, folks. It's just do that in a short form, less produced way.
The crazy thing is, before you would make like a really long, I say long, 3 to 5 minute video about that, and you put it on your website.
Here at Pineview Dental.
Yeah. We really care about pediatric dentistry. Now, what you can do is you can just say, hey, we see this all the time. Your kid loses a baby tooth, and then the other one comes out kind of behind it in a weird angle.
Googly eyed.
No, no big deal. And you can just break down their fears so that they're not, mom's not scared anymore of what's happening in the kid's mouth. That's
an authority video. You do it every day in your own sales presentations. Just put it in a short form video. The third is like a people and culture video. So I think you can overdo this one, but it can also, in the right blend, it can be an endearing way to show that you are a real company and that you have that bond to your local community. So I think that like meeting the technician or meeting the nurse, especially if it's like their birthday or something, and people always want to wish somebody happy birthday. Like if you're a human, that's just a thing you do.
Yeah.
And so maybe something like that. And then a quirky detail about them, but don't overdo it here. Don't tell their life story. Don't talk about their long walks on the beaches. Don't name all their dogs and fish and all that stuff. Just like one quirky thing. We don't need to know that Caleb likes to knit. For example.
I actually used to knit. My mom took a class and I learned with her.
You're not kidding? All right. Let's not nitpick that anymore. Okay. So that's people and culture videos. Just show one of your real people. The fourth is a story video. How is that different than a feature?
Yeah, I think the story shows how your product or service it changes things for the customer. So usually you want to lead with the problem. And I actually would emphasize not maybe a problem, but you need to lead with a hook in some form in all of these.
It's a good place to show your actual customers talking about you.
Yes. Yeah. And it's going to be their transformation story. It's going to be like, my deck was ugly and now it's not. You need to make it more interesting than that. But that is the premise of what
we
you're
called
doing.
4 other people, and one said it would cost this, and one said it would cost this, and these guys came out, man, they were way more reasonable, and they could do it next week. And wouldn't you know it, they made our yard better than we, they left our whole place better than we found it.
Yep.
Sorry. And wouldn't you know it, they left our whole place better than they found it, and these guys are just awesome. And so just those little endearing things. You don't want to overdo that. That's not a 90-second video. That's like a 20 to 40-second video.
Yeah. The tough part usually on these is getting people to say the short version of what you really want them to say.
Yeah.
That can take a few more minutes because it's not you saying it, it's them saying it. And so you want to chop those up and trim any bits that are unnecessary.
Yeah. So last one is what we call proof of care videos. And this is like showing how you fully landed the plane, or these could also be like second opinion type videos. And it's like, make sure if you have a contractor do this for you, or make sure if you're talking to an attorney about this, that if they don't ask these 5 questions, you're in big trouble. Like, so giving them some sort of certifiable, like you want to imagine this is something they can screenshot and go, ooh, I'm going to ask about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to save that for later. Right.
Yes.
So some sort of checklist or authoritative process or proprietary way that you ensure a standard. And this is all sounding very, very encompassing of tomorrow marketing.
Yeah.
We say in the tomorrow customer, to win over the tomorrow customer, you need to have 3 things present. One is commitment, one is quality, one is relationships. Commitment to them and their well-being, quality, a certain standard of quality, which is like all of these things. And then relationships is you keep showing up and you let them see you real. So quick recap, we have proof videos, we have authority videos, we have people and culture videos, story videos, or proof of care videos, which are that authoritative like checklist type thing. So if you do those things and you do them, maybe you're doing one of those a week and going in a different category every week. Or if you have a person, you have 30 people on your team, just make sure every other week you're featuring one of them or something like that.
The big thing to keep in mind, anytime you're producing any content for any media, but especially in this one, you need to pay attention to how people consume the media. And in this case, they are literally flipping on their phone. You have 1 to 2 seconds to pique their interest. And if they smell an ad, if they smell a business trying to sell something, if they
smell a long setup, or now a lot of people ask me, it's like, just jump into the thing.
You got to start me right in the middle of the story. You got to start me right in the middle of the solution. You have to, it's like Star Wars. You got to start with a battle and then tell me why the battle is going on. So that is really an art of storytelling in general.
You can even cut in like to the very first word where it almost cuts it off. Like you don't even wait for that, breath of open. It's just like you almost want to make them feel like they just missed something.
Yeah.
And you'll see the videos that you watch and that have hundreds of thousands of views and likes. They're doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they're way more intuitive. And so you got to give them a lot of credit that they'll figure out what you're talking about when they need to figure it out.
And when you can force them to fill in the gaps without losing them by being way too random, but you can get that sweet spot of like forcing them to fill in what you're talking about, that is the magic of engagement. That is that is the definition of attention.
I think we're going to do a short video post this week with a cat swimming in Jell-O.
I think we must. Yes,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's also a good hack. You can take something that's well known and already interesting and has nothing to do with you, like a cat swimming in Jell-O.
That's not really well known, but it will be when we're done with it.
Yeah, we'll be when we're done with it. So okay, so this is only going to get more important. We've talked about why short video belongs in your service business now, how people are using short form for search, how you might produce a regular content schedule. And the reason we ultimately decided to talk about this now and think that it's going to be a mainstay is that it's continuing to snowball into just a mainstay of people's behaviors and how they shop.
Yeah, it's really how, it's definitely in the daily life of most people that you hop in there and people without even realizing get their phone out of their pocket and they will start scrolling these videos anyways. And so you deserve to have a place there. Your business deserves to have a chance because everybody else is speaking, and this is an effective way to really reach people.
So you need to bring short form video to your service-based local business in 2026, and you want to be doing weekly either a proof video, an authority video, a people and culture video, a story video, or a proof of care that shows some sort of checklist or second opinion thing that you offer. You do not need large production. You do not need trendy dances or any of these other influencer type.
Yeah, you don't need to chase your tail on all the things that all these people are doing. Yep. Do it your way. That's okay.
You don't need lip sync videos and things like that. You do need a phone, some decent lighting, and to be either close to the source or have a microphone that can sync to your Bluetooth audio on your camera setting. You need 10 to 20 minutes per video. And you need to be practicing this every day. You need a clear idea what your customer needs to hear. So take the last 20 questions you got when people called in and make sure you're making a video for each one of those. And the last thing you're going to need is an app that lets you do it easily. Video Leap and CapCut are our favorites, but just search in the App Store, short form video editor or CapCut, and a bunch of those other things will come up. Start making these videos weekly, and you're going to draw an audience, and you're probably going to beat your competitors to this trend and start getting leads from those types of people who are searching for services in a local way.
2 closing thoughts. First, don't try to make it perfect. You need to be okay with it being authentic, being real, and be okay with the fact that your first video will be much worse, hopefully, than your 10th video. You need to be okay with the progression, the natural growth that you personally will have making these videos. Second, attention is now the most precious thing, and earning attention is the hardest thing to do. You can't, you can pay for attention. It's very expensive. But this is a way that you can earn attention by being interesting, by being entertaining, by being exciting. And when you do that and you help your customers, you will see your business grow because you've caught their attention.
Yes, sir. So use short form video in 2026. Start awkward. Have the courage to push through when you have crickets. You're going to look back in a couple of years and you're going to look back at the awkward moments you start this, and you're going to go, I'm really glad we started that before everybody was doing it. And we are all about helping you get more for less with your marketing so that you can grow your business. We believe small businesses have the most amount of potential of any organization to change America, change culture, change families, change generations. And that is why we're here. That is why we are so unreasonably excited about small companies. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be back here every Monday bringing you a new marketing tactic, answering real life marketing questions, because marketers who can't teach you why are just a fancy lie. Go make some short form videos.